Get ready for a test cricket bonanza. Unlike what you've seen in the past few years, there is going to be higher number of test matches over the next 6 months that you're going to be seeing. White ball cricket is not going to be at the forefront. White ball cricket goes to a back seat, and in comes test cricket. We've done a complete breakdown for you as to which nation plays how many test matches, and we've done a comparison with the previous years as well as to how this year you're going to be seeing significantly more test matches being played. Many in fact calling it an unofficial test window. I remember somebody like a Pat Cummins asking for one a few months back as well. Well, he could have asked for bigger things as well, and maybe he could have gotten it, because just as he asked for, you have a test window this time around as well. Let's go across and show you some of the numbers that we've pulled out for you to try and explain how this year this window is going to be different from the ones that you've seen in the past. Looking at how many white ball matches are to take place, you look at that, a total of 54, but as far as a breakdown is concerned, 24 ODIs, 30 T20Is in comparison to 36 test matches. In the previous years, it's more white ball cricket than test matches, but that's not going to happen in the August 24 to January 25 window. And asterisk over here, because you're still expecting a couple of bilateral series to be announced as we go forward, but even then the number is not expected to go beyond the 36 mark. But let's move forward now and tell you some of the other numbers that we've pulled out. Like I was saying, we've done a comparison in with regards to previous years. 36 test matches is what you're looking at between the August to January window. Part of the reason is that you see this disparity in the previous years when compared is because there is no ICC tournament happening in the prescribed window. In the other years, let's say the 23-24 year, for example, you had the World Cup take place, the 50-over World Cup take place in India. The year before that, you had the T20 World Cup take place in Australia. The year before that, I'm talking about the 21-22 window, that's when again you saw the T20 World Cup take place in the UAE. So part of the reason you're looking at more test matches is there is no defined window for an ICC tournament this year. So that explains how you arrive at 36. Let's move forward and give you a breakdown of each nation now. India being the only nation, as you can see, which is playing the most test matches, which is playing double-digit test matches in fact. And as far as those 10 test matches are concerned, you're looking at 5 of them happening on Indian shores, and the other 5, as you know, the much awaited Border Gavaskar Trophy. England, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, New Zealand all playing 9 test matches each. Asterisks in front of England, Pakistan, Sri Lanka for the simple reason that they're already playing a test match as we speak. England taking on Sri Lanka in Manchester, and Pakistan being in action in home conditions at Rawalpindi against Bangladesh, who are also going to be playing 8 test matches. The West Indies playing 6, South Africa 6 again, and Australia with the 5 test matches. All 5 are going to be happening against India. A quick clarification though, because for West Indies, many places you will probably see the number not 6 but 4. The reason being, we've included the August to January window, so the 2 test matches that took place earlier in the month, we've taken those into account as well. So that's how you arrive at 36 test matches, and that's the most, as we just showed to you, as in comparison to the previous years. The battle is on as far as a place in the WTC final is concerned. India vying to be the first team to get into a 3rd straight final. England at 7th right now, Australia at number 2 just behind India, but the other teams also catching up now, so we'll have to wait and see who is it that will make it to the finals. But everything to fight for, and you're looking at test cricket much in stark contrast to what we've seen in the past. Many in fact calling it an unofficial test window as well. So how do you like the test window, and is it something that you would want to see more of going forward? Just as you've got windows defined, let's say for the BBL, for the IPL, for the SA20, is it good to have a test window, and do you think it's sustainable? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section.